You love your diesel. The power, the torque, the fuel economy on the open road. But let's be honest, how much of your driving is actually on the open road? For most of us, it's short trips to the store, school runs, and frustrating city traffic. The problem is modern diesel engines were never designed for this kind of work. They need to get hot to stay healthy. In this video, we're going to get to the bottom of the biggest myth in diesel maintenance and show you the one simple driving technique that can keep your engine running like new for years to come. This isn't just a quick fix, it's a fundamental shift in how you maintain your diesel. Alright, to understand the problem, we first have to understand how a diesel engine is supposed to work. Unlike a gasoline engine, a diesel doesn't use a spark plug to ignite the fuel. Instead, it relies on extreme pressure and heat. The piston compresses the air inside the cylinder to a staggering degree, heating it up so much that when a fine mist of diesel fuel is injected, it ignites instantly. This process is highly efficient, but it has one major byproduct: soot. Now, under ideal conditions, think of a long-haul truck on an open highway. The engine operates at a consistently high temperature. This heat allows it to burn off most of that soot, keeping the system clean. But that brings us to the core problem with modern diesel driving: the low-load problem. When you're driving short distances, making quick trips to the grocery store, or stuck in city traffic, your engine never truly gets to full operating temperature. The combustion process is running cold, and as a result, the exhaust gas isn't hot enough to effectively burn away the soot being produced. This is especially problematic for your diesel particulate filter, or DPF. The DPF is designed to catch soot, but needs to perform a regeneration cycle to clean itself out. That cycle requires high heat, something your city driving simply isn't providing. So instead of burning off the trapped soot, the DPF just gets more and more clogged. And this leads to a dangerous cascade of problems. It's a chain reaction that gradually robs your engine of its performance. First, soot builds up in your intake system, coating valves and restricting airflow. That's your engine's ability to breathe, and when that's restricted, you lose power and efficiency. Next, your exhaust gas recirculation, or EGR system, becomes clogged. This critical component helps reduce emissions, but when it's packed with carbon, it can cause rough idling, poor performance, and even trigger a check engine light. The most common symptom is a clogged DPF. When it reaches its limit, your dashboard will light up with a warning, and your vehicle might even go into limp mode, severely limiting your speed and power to protect the system. Finally, that same carbon can build up on the delicate parts of your turbocharger, making it sluggish and unresponsive. The result is an engine that just feels tired. It's losing power, it's using more fuel, and it's headed toward an expensive repair, all because of one little problem you might not even realize you have. So, we've identified the problem. The question is, how do we fix it? The answer isn't a complex, expensive repair. It's a simple, proactive driving technique known as the Italian tune-up. Now, despite the dramatic name, it's not a secret or a magical fix. It's simply about giving your diesel engine the operating conditions it was always designed for. The science behind it is solid. When you perform Italian tune-up, you're creating the perfect environment to naturally clean your engine. It works through three key mechanisms. First, high-temperature combustion. By running your engine at higher loads and RPMs for a sustained period, you significantly raise the temperature of the exhaust gas. This isn't just a little warmer, it's hot enough to turn that sticky, problematic carbon soot into a fine powder that is easily blown out through the exhaust system. Second, it forces a DPF regeneration. Remember how your DPF couldn't clean itself during city driving? An Italian tune-up provides the continuous, high heat necessary for the DPF to complete a full, successful regeneration cycle. It's like giving your DPF a much-needed deep clean, preventing it from getting so clogged that it throws a warning light. Finally, it's about system exercise. The increased airflow and pressure from high-load driving helps to flush out the entire system. It prevents the EGR valve from becoming stuck, and it exercises your turbocharger, preventing carbon from building up on the delicate turbine and compressor wheels. Think of it as hitting the reset button on your engine's internal cleanliness. You're not just restoring power and efficiency, you're proactively maintaining the most expensive and sensitive parts of your modern diesel. It's a simple preventative step that can save you thousands of dollars down the road. Before you head out, there are a few crucial safety checks you need to perform. A proper Italian tune-up isn't just about driving fast, it's about driving correctly and safely. First, take a look at your dashboard. Ensure there are no warning lights on. If you see a check engine light, a DPF light, or any other red or orange warning, stop right there. The engine is telling you there's an underlying problem that needs to be addressed by a professional before you attempt this procedure. Next, do a quick visual check under the hood. Make sure your oil and coolant levels are where they should be. This procedure puts your engine under higher stress, and you want to be certain all fluids are topped off and in good condition. Finally, start with a normal warm-up period. Drive for about 5 to 10 minutes to bring all your engine fluids up to their normal operating temperature. Don't start the high-load portion of the tune-up with a cold engine. Once you've confirmed everything is in good shape and your engine is warm, you're ready to perform the tune-up. Find a safe location where you can maintain a consistent speed for a long period of time, like a highway or a long rural road. This is not something you should ever attempt in city traffic. Here's the key part of the procedure. You need to maintain a steady, consistent RPM for 15 to 20 minutes. For most diesel vehicles, this means keeping your revolutions per minute between 2,500 and 3,000 RPM. This is often achievable at highway speeds, typically between 65 and 75 miles per hour. Remember, this isn't about setting speed records or driving recklessly. You're simply giving your engine the sustained heat and airflow it needs to enter its hot zone. During this time, your diesel is actively burning off that built-up carbon and completing those regeneration cycles we talked about. After your 15 to 20-minute run, it's important to end the procedure correctly. Don't immediately shut off the engine as soon as you get home. Allow a few minutes of normal driving or idling for the temperatures to stabilize. This allows your turbo and other components to cool down slowly, which is essential for their long-term health. Follow these simple steps, and you'll be giving your diesel a vital maintenance treatment that can help prevent major headaches and expenses down the road. So, how often should you perform an Italian tune-up? The answer depends entirely on your driving habits. Think of it as a part of your regular maintenance routine, just like an oil change or tire rotation. If you drive primarily in the city with short trips, you should consider doing this procedure bi-weekly or at least monthly. Your engine simply doesn't have the chance to clean itself during normal operation, so a regular scheduled tune-up is essential to prevent major buildup. For those with a mix of city and highway driving, a tune-up once every 1 to 2 months should be sufficient to keep your systems running smoothly. You're giving the engine enough of a workout to prevent problems from accumulating. And if you're a primarily highway driver, you might be doing the equivalent of an Italian tune-up naturally. Your longer trips at consistent speeds and higher RPMs are giving your engine the heat and airflow it needs. In this case, you may not need a dedicated tune-up at all, but your engine will also give you clear warning signs that it's desperately in need of this treatment. Don't wait for your scheduled tune-up if you notice any of these symptoms. Decreased fuel economy. Are you suddenly getting fewer miles per gallon than you used to? This is a classic sign of a clogged engine struggling to operate efficiently. Sluggish acceleration or loss of power. If your diesel doesn't feel as responsive as it once did, it's a strong indicator that carbon buildup is restricting airflow. Black or white smoke from the exhaust. While a little puff of black smoke can be normal, if you're seeing it regularly during acceleration, it's a sign of a clogged DPF or poor combustion. White smoke can indicate other issues, but both are a good reason to take action. Frequent DPF regeneration cycles or a DPF warning light. If your DPF warning light comes on, or you notice the engine running at high RPMs more often to try to clean the filter, it's a huge red flag that your normal driving isn't getting the job done. Rough idling or unusual engine vibration. When your engine is struggling to breathe, it can result in a choppy or unstable idle. If you notice any of these signs, don't wait. Find a safe place and perform an Italian tune-up as soon as you can. It's often the simplest and most effective way to restore your engine's performance and prevent a costly trip to the mechanic. The Italian tune-up isn't a secret fix, it's smart maintenance. By giving your diesel the run it needs, you get better performance, improve fuel economy, and you help prevent expensive repairs on your DPF and EGR systems. Think of it as simply adapting your routine to how you actually drive. It's the most effective way to keep your modern diesel running strong. If this video helped you, please like and share it. Let me know about your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips. Thanks for watching.